I just want to say I love you. Girl, I'm so madly in love with you. And I don't wanna live without you. Girl, I did no mean to hurt you. Girl, when you left me, my whole life in a mess. I can't take anymore. It's too much of stress. Nobody can love you.
It's SVG.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Explicit, boy.
Greetings. This is Activated Mornings with Roleza and Dianna here with you for another day. We're hoping that you are doing well. Hope that you are wherever you are, that you, if you left home already to go somewhere, that you have arrived safely. And if not, if you're on your way, that you will get there safely and back home this evening safe as well. Of course, you're listening to the best station to listen to early in the morning. Duh. And of course, I am Dianna. The next voice you will hear will be that of Roleza.
Hey, hey, hey.
Get out of my way.
Good morning, everybody. All right, hope y'all had a fantastic night because it was nice and cool. I bought myself in powder yesterday, though, because I ain't able. If you think I'm trying to ward off evil spirits, it's centipedes, folks. It's centipedes. So yes, as much as I might love when it rains, I don't want any creepy crawly creatures in my home. Okay, so hope that everybody's doing fine. And yeah, it's already Thursday. Imagine that, imagine that. We don't complain about these things when it's coming close to the weekend. We just get upset when it comes to a Sunday afternoon, okay? Truth be told, folks, truth be told. All right, that's enough of me nonsense. Anyhow, hope that y'all have a good one today. And yeah, we're happy that we are going to be in your company at least until 10 o'clock this morning. Oh, wait, let me send out these greetings before Joshua Gellix. So we are sending out happy birthday greetings to Yolan, which is Joshua Richardson's wife. We trust that God continues to grant her much patience with this husband of hers. All right. But Yolan, we are wishing you a very, very happy birthday. And not just Dianna and myself, but of course, these greetings are coming from Joshua and your son, Tristan. All right. So have a spectacular day today. As much as Joshua might be troublesome, he seems like he's a true romantic at heart. So I have a strong feeling that he's going to make today an exceptional one for you. All right. So happy birthday to you, Yolan.
All right, then time for us to get into our talking session. Remember that at any time you can give us a call, 457-9997. And if you've been listening to us this for as long as possible, that number should be in your head. Not true, you should know that out of your head. If it's one number that you're supposed to know, is the number to WEFM. So you can call us, and that's our WhatsApp number. That's our landline number as well to reach us and be a part of our discussion. I just want to make an announcement while I'm reading from the police. So it says that the Royal St. Vincent and Grenadian Police Force wishes to inform the general public that the Ministry of Transport, Works, Lands and Physical Planning will be conducting road work along the Connery South Rivers Road in the vicinity of Old Road, and that is taking place today. As a result, traffic will be disrupted at various intervals to facilitate the Connery South Rivers project. Residents and other road users are asked to approach this area with caution. Go ahead.
Hi, Joshua. Morning.
Hi, good morning, ladies. How are you doing?
Hello.
We good, and you?
I ain't doing too good, actually.
What happened now?
I asked my wife to stay home today. She says, stay home. So if I stay home, who's going to bring home the bacon? So she gone to work.
Aww.
She's gone to work. And I am underwater, I'm telling you. It's so beautiful. I wish everybody could just come to Bermuda for 5 minutes and see how beautiful it is there. So I am on the water, and later on, we're going to do something later. But she's an amazing woman. You know, Good Friday could fall on Easter Sunday. Doesn't make any difference to my wife. So today is her birthday. Yesterday was our date day. And she insisted that she's going to work because somebody got to bring home the money to pay the bills that I rack up.
All right. Well, I mean, it still gives you some time, you know. I'm sure that you could come up with things to do. You know, organize the house, get some balloons, spread some rose petals, you know, organize some candles, tell Tristan go away for a little bit. You know, you could find things to do while she's at work. Joshua to prepare.
I'll tell you guys something about my wife, right? My wife does not like surprises. And as I said, nothing matters because in our house, every day is a celebration.
Okay.
So even if I forgot her name when we got married, but even if I forgot her birthday, it's not big deal to her because it's just another day. And as she say, I am an unemployed individual. So if she stays home, there'll be no money to pay the bills. I believe in women's lib, by the way. Trust me, I believe in women's lib. And Kingsley again. My heart really goes out to you and to everybody else who suffered loss. I'll send you guys some pictures later as we get further out on the ocean.
Okay, Josh.
Have a great day.
You too. Take care.
All right, then. So, continuing with the discussions. Well, this morning I read in the news about the shootings that took place, the one in Arnos Vale, the one in Camden Park. Both shootings took place the same night. Unfortunately, one person died on one of those shootings. So a businesswoman from Camden Park, whose name is Renelle Boeings, who goes by the alias Ada, she was shot right outside her business in Camden Park, just not 15 minutes walk from here. I would say, would it be 15 minutes? I don't think it's 15 now. It's not 15 minutes walk from where we are right now. So she was shot in front of her business place that night. Apparently, the gunmen shot after other persons who were there as well, but they managed to escape. Unfortunately, she died later at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital, or was pronounced dead later at the Milton Cato Memorial. The next morning at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. When I heard about this particular shooting in Coconut Range, I kept wondering, where in Coconut Range is this and what business is this? Is this something I know? I mean, I don't know the lady. I don't know the business place either, but I saw a video. I think it was SVG TV or some news clipping I saw yesterday, and I kind of got scared because I was like, wait, I just walked there. I've walked there at night. You know, sometimes when I'm coming from whether it's rehearsal or something, and all the Camden Park vans and go and sleep, and the Cleverly vans, I would take a van going and walk through there. So now I'm back there. So I kind of made me feel like a sort of way. Of course, we don't usually hear about women being shot like that. When we do hear about women being shot, the cases are usually rare, I would say. But, condolences to her family and her friends. And what more can we say about these shootings, Roleza? What more can we say?
All right. I suppose what it is for me, that is, well, maybe after number 2 it was alarming, but now it's just adding to it for me. Is that this is the third incident of a business person being shot, right? And dying subsequently. And in none of the instances did it appear to be a robbery. I don't get the impression that what happened not yesterday, the night before, that it was a robbery. So these shootings seem to be very targeted. And, I am still awaiting information with regards to the killing of the businessman from Green Hill, right? As far as I know, up to this time, no one has been arrested. So that should still be on the investigation. But when I heard of the second one, I just kind of said a prayer for the friends who I know who have businesses, because I don't know what the motive is. And it seems as if for me, the most killing is never justified. But in the context of if it was a robbery that went wrong, I could, quote unquote, bear with me, folks, kind of understand, right? But to just come and shoot an individual like that, and for me, as I said before, if this is to happen to me, I want to know at least why, right? In the space of time that I'm left in with consciousness, I would like to know at least why, because now you don't know if you have done something to offend somebody.
Yeah.
You know, when you conduct business, not everybody is going to be happy for whatever reason. Some persons are going to think that whatever claim that they're making is justified when sometimes it isn't. You will not always know, right? And to just come and shoot an individual like that, maybe without even saying, well, this is for robbing me of $100, right? Unless I know the reason why. I don't want to go and meet my maker not knowing why. I legit don't want to, you know? So I don't necessarily want to sound like being an alarmist, but it is just a matter of a bit of a concern for me at this point in time, because this is a third business person. And, you know, in the case of the two, I don't know of the gentleman from Green Hill. I guess his business was a bit bigger, but the other two persons were just, and they were women. Their businesses were small businesses or relatively small businesses, you know? So what could possibly be a reason or a motive or a triggering effect for somebody to shoot these individuals, right? And I do have to say that yesterday after we came off air, my mind, just like Joshua did a while ago, my mind ran back to Kingsley. And I don't know if Kingsley is a praying man, but I do believe that Kingsley, some angel must have been protecting him, because it could have gone sideways very quickly, right? If that person was determined to just be, you know, go straight there, they could have possibly gone straight there.
Yeah.
So, you know, after we came off air yesterday, when it really sank into me, you know, Kingsley, you probably have a couple angels who surrounded you last night. Well, not last night, the night before, right? But, and I must commend all the persons who called in after, because, you know, as much as Kingsley could be a bit of a controversial person, and, you know, many persons don't always agree with what it is that he said. He says, those persons who called in, they understood, and they sent out their sympathies to him because of what happened, you know, and I could appreciate that about the listeners. You know, there are times when, well, all of us collectively, because I just really make sometimes where we don't agree, but when it comes down to issues of health or issues of safety, we express it, right? We express it because we don't, even though we don't see eye to eye, we don't want necessarily for harm to come to the individual. And I must express thanks, I guess suppose thanks on Kingsley's behalf for those persons who, you know, might be on the other side of him sometimes, but they did send their thoughts towards him. All right. So, yeah.
And quickly before we head into our traffic talk, our final topic, another shooting that took place in Arnos Vale. A young man by the name of, he goes by the nickname Shaq. He was walking along the Paul's Lot Road, Paul Yard Road, in Arnos Vale, and he was attacked. Ran to the St. James Medical School, met some police officers, got some assistance. Turns out that he has been wanted, or a wanted notice had been placed for him since 2023. Right?
From Grenada.
Right? So he is a wanted Grenadian, and he was shot. He did not die, thankfully, but he managed to escape and got some assistance from the police. Police is also asking for information to assist with this investigation. If you do have investigation, they're saying not because he's been wanted means that the case is going to be treated with any less serious, but they're working on that case as well.
Yeah, and thinking about all of that too, I wonder if the person who shot at him knew that he was wanted. And I also do have to ask whether or not he himself was involved in criminal activity here, you know? So questions, I suppose, that we will get answers to at some point in time.
And with that, we are going to head out of this talk segment and head straight over to our traffic talk as it is approaching 7:35.